Oh, yep.
Oh my god.
Hello, lords and ladies of fate. Welcome to our Thursday night edition of the self-proclaimed only tabletop role-playing game stream where you, our viewers, can change the game by using your fate chips, your loyalty points that you earn by subbing the channel, following, or just hanging out here with us, or asking for them, or suffering through our technical difficulties. All sorts of things get you fate chips that you can use to do things like give experience to players or even take them away. Or you can drop random objects into the game, make the players say strange, fun one-liners from movies or ones you made up. You can make them sing songs or do a rhyme. Some of them don't like to sing. You can also just force an encounter or give them money or heal the party, things like that. There's a wonderful set of items that you can redeem at any point with your fate chips, and we highly encourage you to do so because that enriches our game and hopefully enriches your experience of this stream. Tonight, we are doing Star Wars: Mantle of the Sith. We already have an item redeemed. Let's go ahead and show everybody what that's like. Nat, you want to roll for us? Give me the number on that one.
I'm going.
So here's a great example. One of our viewers, Driscoll, thank you, has redeemed an item, and he's even engaged with us to the point where he's provided a list of items he would like to have regularly randomly brought into the game. So it has been redeemed for, I believe, Tog Sadud, though he already has. I don't know if you remember, Tog, you still have the last an item. I think you're still wearing it too. The last Driscoll item. I don't know if you remember that.
Item number 34.
What number did you get there? 34. Let's find it real quick. So tonight we're doing Star Wars: Mantle of the Sith. This is a Star Wars story that takes place after Episode 6, The Return of the Jedi, and before Episode 7, The Force Awakens, around the Mandalorian Season 2 period or so. Our party consists of a bunch of players. One of them is not here today. Doran Vorlt are played by our Jedi Guardian, played by Pendakis, could not attend today, so I will do my best. I will not try to do his accent because I cannot do it well, but I will try to play as best I can for him, unless one of you wants to try to be him.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think anybody would be able to do as well as job as he does.
I don't
tough,
think that
tough shoes to fill.
Portrays the character in the same fashion.
You did that pretty good, though. It's not bad.
Boy.
Hello. None of us can do it. All right. But we also have a number of other wonderful players tonight. We have Slayer playing HK3RM, our protocol droid.
That's me.
We have Adam, the Grinded Gear, streamer on Tuesday nights, playing Strike Wildstar, our human scoundrel. No, he's a Fringer. You're muted. I'm sure it was a beautiful thing you said, though. Yeah, it's better.
He's like in the middle, a
little Fringer, a little scoundrel. He waxes and wanes. We have Jeff, aka 2B, playing Tog Sadud, our Thorian scoundrel. And we have Natu Shabby playing our Jawa scout, Neep Zibler. Yep. And our party left off last week, still in the Imperial city of Perrine, attempting to accomplish their mission as mandated by Rungus the Hutt, who said he will kill them if they do not do this job for him. He has asked them to secure the encryption codes of the admiral, the Imperial admiral at the base, so that he can decrypt the research he intercepted as beamed down from a research ship in space that this party started off their adventure on. Last week, the party met with two of the members, Neep and Strike, met with Admiral Vicus, and she presented a counteroffer saying that she would pay them and not kill them herself if they could instead get the research for her. So she gave them her encryption code so that they can then get the research from Rungus and bring it back. But there was a price to pay in that she attached a death bracelet to the left arm of Strike that presumably will kill him if he disobeys, but we don't really know exactly how
I'm
that
calling her
works yet.
bluff.
On the other side of the city, yeah. So Nat thinks it's fake. It doesn't actually do anything. Or maybe Neep I guess would think that. And then Tog. Yeah, y'all do. They think it's bullshit. So Tog and HK3RM and Doran Vorals are on the other side of the city in the docks still, creating all sorts of mayhem. They have now blown up 2 of the 6 anti-aircraft weapons, and they've blown up a number of ATSTs. They've hijacked one, and they've also hijacked a TIE fighter. So despite one party being diplomatic and striking a deal, the other party is seemingly destroying the base. So that's where we left off.
I think I also disarmed all the Imperial soldiers around us.
Oh. Yes, you convinced them. So actually, where we left off, the admiral demanded that Neep and Strike go on the city's citywide intercom system and demand that their party stand down and cease their assault. Which Strike sort of did. He said, "Put down your weapons or stop attacking," but that's all he said. And then Tog, through the intercom system in the ATST that he has now commandeered, told the Imperials that you heard your commander, lay down your arms. And he's very convincing, so they did. So that's where they left off last week. See, okay, so you said 34 was the number for Driscoll's item, Is that right? Okay. Wonderful. That's beautiful. All right, so that's for Tog. I'm gonna have to figure out a way. Sorry to drop that in there. All right. That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Driscoll. Can't wait to bring that in. Okay. All right, so let's see. We are in the midst of battle, right? Let's go in here. So Tog got those guys to stand down. There are a number of other troopers attempting to put out fires on the other side of the city. Other side of the docks. Doran is hiding behind a box. Theoretically, you guys, Tog, you don't know that the TIE fighter that was firing on those ATSTs is necessarily friendly, but you might be able to piece that together. But I don't know if you necessarily know who's in there because there hasn't been any communication between you and HK there, and you didn't see him go in.
I think at any rate, when the other ATSTs explode, I was gonna pick up my explosives I was planting, and I'm getting out of here.
Sounds good. Okay, so you're exiting the ATST. You're in mid-air, HK3RM. What is your goal now?
So the other one was damaged, and they evacuated.
It's smoking and billowing, yeah.
Okay.
And there's one that's functional, relatively. It's the one that Tog is in, but you don't know Tog's in there. Other than you might have just heard. I would assume that you would have heard the intercom, his voice coming out of the intercom, and might have recognized it.
I'm hoping I did.
Yeah, I would say you did. You're focused in that area. You would have heard it.
Okay.
Pretty loud.
Then I'm hoping to spin around to the next undamaged turret, but I want to perceive everything as I'm turning. So
okay.
pretty much,
so the next closest one.
I guess my point is what I'm looking for is seeing the reactions of the troopers and seeing if anybody's trying to do anything more destructive.
So all the troopers that were holding weapons have laid them down. The ones up here in the northwest corner of the docks, and the ones that are down here as well. They're confused, but they did it. Because the intercom told them to. The overall city intercoms told them to stop attacking, and then now this one in the ATST did very convincingly. So they've all laid down their weapons. Some of them are still holding fire extinguishers to put out fire, and they haven't stopped doing that. The other ones are looking around kind of confused. And they've noticed you in the air.
Right. Can I get a? Do I see more of the map? Than that showed.
Yeah, on the other side. Yep, I can show you real quick. So I'm just gonna switch to this real quick. Can you see the larger map now?
I do.
This is
I
the
do.
overall map.
I'm
Okay.
assuming
You're like
okay,
right
I'm
here.
like right.
You're like right here. And these two here are destroyed now. The next closest one to you would be this one over here.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the party, you are aware, or we're heading for the command deck over here. This one up here is still functional. And this one down here is still functional. And there's some words.
Wait,
here.
so the one closest to me is not functional?
I broke roll 20. The one on the western side of the city. This one over here is destroyed, and so is the one in the northwest. The one directly to the east, the one you're clicking on, is still functional.
Okay. Well, I want to swing the ship and start attacking this one.
Okay, over there.
Now, here's a question. Can I just pivot the ship and hit it?
Absolutely. I believe so. I'm pretty sure that's definitely within range.
Okay.
Without any issue.
The question that I'm
these things fight through
asking
space.
is because I have double shot or rapid
Does that
shot.
have a limited range?
It says you can shoot twice if I don't move or do any other action. But the question is pivoting the ship in action? I would assume yes.
It is a movement action,
Okay.
yes. It's a maneuver, yep, to turn the ship.
If that's the case, yeah, I'll still pivot. I would like to, I guess, raise up where I'm looking down on it.
Okay. So you'd like to be kind of just up, and so you're kind of angling downwards?
Yeah.
To shoot at it? Okay. So you're lifting higher into the air.
And
making... Sure, sounds good. So that you can do that as one movement, turning and raising your altitude. I'm okay
sweet.
With that as one.
Then I'll shoot at it. It's just my standard D20 plus base attack, right?
You actually, yeah, you get a bonus attack for the ship. One moment.
I'm sorry, I don't remember any base attacks.
No, it's all right. Yeah, there's this is a special one because you get the advantage of the ship's targeting computers. So just give me a moment to give you what that figure is. I should have it on hand. I'm so apologize.
No.
Here it is. Got it. Your attack bonus is plus 12.
How?
Wow. Because, oh no, that's that includes some other things. So it's plus 4. Sorry, that's only if you had a crew on there. You don't have anybody on there but you. So, I always thought these things were one person. Anyway, yep. So you get plus 4 to your attack.
Okay.
Plus your dex and any other bonuses you have to ranged fire.
To any ranged fire?
Yeah, so you get your standard dex and then you get your attack bonus, your standard attack bonus. Whatever, it's tied to your level. It's usually on the left side. And then so you get that, you add your dex bonus, and you also get to add 4 to your to hit. Now this is a stationary target. If you're just trying to hit something far, it's kind of just.
So why do I get a plus 4?
It's not gonna be hard. Because the targeting computers in the TIE fighter, the built-in targeting computers.
Sorry, I was just.
No, it's all right.
So
right,
3 for base attack, plus 1 for dex, plus 4. I don't think I have anything else. So I got a 15.
That's good. So you get to roll 5d10. And then we're going to multiply that times 2 for your damage.
Okay.
I'm going to destroy the whole city.
23.
23. So that's 46. Okay, so that did some pretty serious damage. But it's so you fire off the TIE fighter, the twin cannons fire off, and they hit the aircraft weapon on the east side of the city. They strike it, and fire bursts from it, and smoke billows out of it, but it appears to still be standing and in better condition, slightly better condition than some of the other ones that you've seen so far.
Okay.
That's pretty good. Good, half decent turn. So I think that technically activates some level of
I'm
combat
halfway
here.
to my goal right here.
You're doing pretty good. That's not a bad goal, I think, in my opinion. But I'm not playing the game. I'm just here doing this thing. So let's go ahead and have the party roll for initiative. Everyone who is out, everyone except for Neep and Strike, who are currently not engaged in combat. Actually, let's have you roll for initiative too, because I'm gonna intersplice your activities with what's going on with them. So just go ahead and give me an initiative as well.
That includes Dex, right?
Yep, you add your Dex bonus for that.
Where is on the sheet? I don't remember.
Dexterity bonus is in the middle.
Okay, so it's just Dex bonus. That's it.
With your main.
Okay.
Yep, for your unless you have an initiative, a base initiative.
I got it.
bonus.
I got it.
All right.
Whoa.
See here. Neve's got a 13. Erm's 11. Togg's an 8. Strike's a 3.
Oh, we're rolling hot tonight.
Good day.
And then let's roll for Doran.
He said he got a 21 in
Give
chat.
me a second to figure out. Did he?
Oh, 23.
All right.
Bonus.
21 for
23.
Doran. 23. That's good. There you go. Play indirectly.
Yeah, ask him what he wants to do.
We just can't make him laugh. Don't make him laugh.
It's a very serious game with serious outcomes.
All right, great. So,
Just making him laugh emote count.
so
Just making him laugh.
I don't know. I hope it's not really laughing because he'd be suffering, and we don't want him to suffer,
This is ouch.
right? Right, guys? Him to
I
suffer.
told you not to do it. I told you to do it with those ribs there. You're gonna hurt
You got it. You got to slow it down, man. You got to adjust your pace. All right. Ship's a little too big. All right. So after HK fires on another anti-aircraft weapon, the stormtroopers who had previously downed their weapons are increasingly confused, and the officers pick up their weapons. And the TIE fighters start running towards their ships. The officer is... The officer. He's dead. Okay, so there are no... This guy's the officer. This guy is the most senior level one of them all. And he picks up his rifle. As he seems to be more curious than the
claiming
other
shock
ones.
and all.
These guys.
Which one?
What do you
which
got?
guy?
This guy here.
I think
This
we're
is
still on
our,
the internal map.
what if I can-
Yeah, we're on the.
Oh, you guys can't see. Sorry.
I'm blind. I can't see it all.
So over here, this guy here has picked up his weapon and is following the TIE fighters towards the TIE fighter pilots towards the TIE fighters themselves.
Okay.
These other guys are looking increasingly confused. Okay. Doran, seeing what's going on and feeling confused, thinks deeply about what he would do in this situation. And we're looking in chat to see if he has any input before we make a decision for him, since he's here. Behind the box there.
got him into that map.
Slash. Okay. That's it.
Slash,
Okay.
slash.
Slash. Okay. So Doran Realizing he has the element of surprise. Yes, you see where I'm going with this. Ignites his lightsaber and charges in to attack this guy who's not paying attention. But being a Jedi, he would not be trying to kill this person, perhaps just immobilize him. And knowing that he lives in the Star Wars universe and that prosthetics are easy to come by relatively, he would be aiming for a leg, perhaps.
Oh, God.
Below the knee. Incapacitate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it cauterizes
So,
the wound as it goes.
this guy-
I don't know. That guy kind of looks like a hopper. Maybe you should take out both.
Oh,
He might hop after you.
that is just
This
evil.
guy is definitely distracted. Let's see. So you got a base stack of 4, and well, this guy is actually not even looking at you. You have an element of surprise on him. This is an opportunity for a coup de grace. So we're going to say, do the Doran voice, or it doesn't count. He says. Okay. It's gonna be so bad though.
Here, I got
Chop
you.
leg off.
I go hacking and slashing. Yeah.
You don't need that leg. And he slices at the guy's leg. The guy, his leg chops off below the knee. He topples to the ground screaming, and then he turns his direction towards the ATST walker that he knows Tog is in.
It's
3RM, you're in. You get an. What's going on here?
Oh, I moved my guy out of the screen because I moved it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because he's not here.
Sorry.
That's fine. Yeah, this
I'll
is
let
fine.
you-
We'll just
I'll
put
let
him over
you
here for
control
now. Very good. It's all good. All right, so we're gonna go back over to this other map. You guys remind me if I forget to transition back afterwards. HK, you are 3RM. You just successfully shot at that one at that, and you now have another opportunity to act. The troopers near you have definitely these have come. These you don't remember these guys from being here. You see a bunch of dead bodies behind them. You don't know why there's so many dead bodies, but you anticipate it has something to do with your compatriots. But there are now 3 more troopers that have their rifles trained on your TIE fighter in the air.
Okay, so this is a command center that you're
Yes.
showing.
Mhm.
However, I believe that's the middle turret.
Yeah, the eastern turret in the middle of the
Right,
city.
but I'm
Mhm.
pointing at the top right
Fire.
turret, which,
Oh, is that where you want to shoot next?
well, I didn't fully destroy it.
Oh, so the one, I assume you were shooting this one on the eastern side.
Did I
here.
fully destroy
If
the
you-
top right one?
The top right one hasn't been attacked unless that's the one you meant to attack.
Yeah,
last
that's
turn.
what I.
That's okay. Okay, I thought you. So in my interpretation, this was the closest one, but it's okay that it was the other one. It
My
doesn't make a
apologies.
difference to me. No, it's all good. It's this interpretation, so that's fine. Yeah, if you want to fire at that other one again, and you haven't moved, so you get 2 attacks if you want to use your rapid
Well,
shot.
can I see the top right turret?
Oh sure, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all good. Here we go. It's this one up here.
There we go. Wait, what?
Yep, and you are right here. So here's the eastern turret here. This
Okay,
is maybe
yeah.
this is a better map to be. I could be using this map instead.
Can
This
you
would be-
reveal the left side?
Yeah, she would be able to see that. Hang on. Right here.
Okay, so that's where I'm at.
Yeah, essentially, you're actually more right here.
Okay.
And you're the guy. That one's further away, but it's still relatively within range for this ship. I'm not going to say it's.
I guess my other question is it on fire?
Yes. The one you shot at before is on fire. And I will reveal this in a second. I just got to get rid of this.
And turning to the middle one would make it so I can't use double shot.
Yeah, if you want
The
to
rep.
train on a different target that's in a different direction, yeah, you would have to
Okay.
use your movement.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and double shot the top one to finish it off.
Good.
rep.
You're looking for a 10.
Yeah,
to hit
rep
this thing.
shot.
And if you did, you go ahead and roll. Just go
Two
ahead and roll your
twice if
5d10
you don't move.
damage
Minus
if you succeed.
2 to each shot. I'm assuming it's another +8.
Hmm.
All right. Sorry, everybody.
We're good, man. Yes.
Do your thing.
All right. 18, then a 14. Sorry.
Great.
That's a lie. It should be 16 and 12. I didn't take 2 off.
Both are hits. So go ahead and roll the damage. Let's see what your first one was. 5d10. I can't believe you only got 20 something on the last 5d10.
I don't know. The fate of the dice, my friend.
26? Oh, that was last time.
Yeah, I got a 36 and a 26 this time.
Okay, so the 36 is more than enough to obliterate this thing, and chunks go flying everywhere. This thing is very much on fire.
So it's not destroyed yet?
It is destroyed, and now it's just a flaming pile of rubble now on
Okay.
the ground.
Do I get a...
It's definitely not a functional ship
Okay.
anymore. Functional weapon anymore.
All right. I assume I don't have any move action. Because I can't. Yeah.
You fired twice, yeah.
All right. That's my turn.
Kind of a decision. Cool.
Thank you.
Good. All right. All right. So well done. All right, Neep.
Ooh, teeny.
I averaged your and strikes. I kind of came to a middle. You guys are going to share an initiative here since you're in the same room. Back here. We're back here, right? Yep. Okay. So you hear inside. You hear very loud TIE fighter shots, and the admiral turns to you and says, "I told you to tell them to stand down. What are you doing? Try again."
Oh, you're muted.
I don't think I have a communicator.
She had for context, last time she had handed you a special communicator that was different than a standard comlink, but it was the one you used to announce over the intercom that they should stop attacking. Try it again, or I'm going to activate the device.
Well, maybe it's not them. Maybe it's someone else who like took over. So like, chill out for me. Let me think. Tell them again. I want to tell them to stop attacking. Like the mute button.
I lost you there after you said stop attacking, and your mic cut out.
Any better?
I can hear you. It's a little soft, but I can hear you.
There we go. How's that?
That's great.
All right. Sorry about that.
Oh,
That
soft.
slider
Go to
slid
penis.
down. I'm gonna try to look for like a mute button on the communicator and hold it down and tell them to stop attacking. So they won't actually even hear it. But
Okay, so looking on the device, you don't see a mute button, but there is definitely a button to activate it, kind of like a walkie-talkie. So you could pretend to push it down. I would just need a sleight of hand check to see if she would notice that. Do you have that skill?
rank 4.
You can use it on untrained, I believe. I just don't know if it's gonna. Oh no, you cannot use it untrained. Actually, you have that skill.
Rank 4.
Roll to 4.
No, I'm rank 4.
Okay, you're good. Yep. So get +4 to that, and you get to add your dexterity bonus.
Plus 3. Okay.
So that's +7 then. This is her sense.
21.
Did you see that redemption?
I'm looking. I see the Dr. Iskall item from before. Is that an?
That's
Oh, it's
another
another one. Okay, for Neep. Okay. Cool. Hook me up with a number on that, Matt, when you get a chance. The Dr. Iskall redeemed an item. You too can redeem items with your fate chips that you earn by watching and hanging out in channel. If someone could drop the items command for us, you can see the sort of things you can redeem with your fate chips and change our game. I'm just looking for.
Now.
Do it now.
That guy's picking up. Yep.
We're going to play a game. It's called Who's Your Daddy and What Does He Do?
Who's your daddy?
Who's your dungeon daddy?
What does he do?
Give me a random encounter now!
She does not. She does not have. Is there a random encounter? No, you guys are calling for it.
Just
There is a one hanging in the wings that has to do with
I'm
ninja turtles.
distracting
Trying to
while
find the
you're
right opportunity.
doing your thing.
Wisdom. +1. Okay. So she only got +1 to that. And what was your roll?
21.
First sleight of hand again?
21.
Nice. Is that just curious? Is it a dirty 21?
Yes.
Has to be. Right. Okay. Cool. Very good. All right. So she is looking at you very intensely, but she does not notice that you're not holding down the button. And you told them again to stop attacking.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Like, and I was real
Do you wanna
serious.
do
I was
anything?
real serious about it too.
Of course. She seems convinced that you did it. Eve, do you want to do anything in this moment? She definitely has her attention focused on Strike and what he's doing. Which you're actually behind her and a little bit to the right. That droid.
Let me think here then for a second. Also, the number I got.
Can I, like-
28.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
28. Thanks.
And I still have control over that
Are there-
droid, right?
You do have control of that droid. Mhm.
Go ahead, Billy.
Is there still relics in the room? Like unbusted relics?
There are.
Can I like tap Deep's foot and like nudge him towards the relics and kind of like walk around the other side of the table to like distract her and see if he gets the hint?
So she's already facing away from him, and you're in the sort of southern part of the room, and he's at the northern, sort of northwestern part of the room, and has her back to him, but you are facing him, so you could make a sort of a signal with your body.
Yeah, like gesture my eyes.
Yeah, got it. Cool, towards those things. So, Neep, you would perceive this, and looking at the three other cases, you notice that there is a small square cube. It's glowing. And it's glowing red. It's about this big, like a kind of, you imagine a Rubik's Cube. Another one is holding what appears to be a very ornate knife. And the last one is holding a seeming, a rather rudimentary looking statue.
I see.
And the statue is just of a face, of like a
The
face.
red cube
But it's
kind of
like a
reminds me
sort
of the
of a-
horizon on Tatooine. So that's very appealing to me. I don't know if now is the time to loot while the person's still in the room, though. That seems weird to me. Wait a minute.
Okay,
So we determined my pistol, my ion pistol, it doesn't do anything to. I mean, it harms people, but it doesn't like stun them, right? It can.
It
Stun
can.
them?
I believe
Okay.
so. I believe it has a stun function.
Where's my? Oh wait.
Let's just double check
No
here.
stun damage, but can stun with a DC 15 Fortitude save.
Does it say just for droids? Or...
It doesn't say that.
It's my understanding that you can stun. It just doesn't take stun damage. I thought. I'll tell you in a second.
Okay. Because I'm thinking what I might do, if she's not paying any attention to me, it's just go behind her and just put my blaster on her back point blank and just fire it. But I don't want to kill.
It's not a bad
this.
idea.
That's not my thing. So I only want to do that if I get
Okay.
stun.
Fair enough. Let's see if it has stun check. Ion pistol, right?
It is an ion pistol, yes.
Kill.
Yeah. So it does have a stun function. It just doesn't do damage. Stun damage. So sometimes if you set a weapon to stun, it'll also damage them. But this one it just has stun. I'm showing a DC 15.
Yeah, that's what it says on my thingy.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, can I do that at point blank then? Sneak up and.
Yep. That's actually one of the strongest stun weapons in the game.
Yeah.
At least accessible right
my
now.
height
Interesting.
with a good gun.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fair. All right, so let me just figure out real quick with her. You guys, you used to you come here for the flipping of papers sound. That's
Almost
your
as good
favorite
as
thing.
dice.
That's why you're here. Yep. All right, here she is. Her fortitude. 7. Okay, she does not pass. So you sneak up behind her, and you lay into her with your ion pistol on stun, and she falls to the ground unconscious. Strike is maybe a little surprised by this.
That's what you
Nice
meant
work, man.
Using your eyes, right? You want me to sneak up and do that?
That's exactly what I wanted you to do, man. Good job. I'm gonna give him a big fist bump.
It's cute. Guys are sweet.
I'm gonna dodge it.
All right. Oh.
I'm gonna.
On the other side.
No, wait.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna engage in playful fist fighting with Neep for like 5 minutes. We're gonna go back.
I'm gonna take this as a sign of aggression and try to claw his eyes out like a monkey.
I'm gonna say, "Oh, Neep, you're so playful. Let's tie this bitch up."
Is that what you guys want to do? Do you have rope or something to tie her with?
I always have rope.
Do you really?
You gotta have rope in a game.
I think so. Let me see. Are you serious? Do you have it in your inventory to tie her up with? Let me see. I don't see anything.
I'll just rip off. I'll just rip some off my pants. I'll just rip a strip of my pants.
Just rip his pants off in the middle of the room.
Really tie her up with that.
Okay, sounds good. So I think you're able to tie a rudimentary knot on her hands with strips of your pants ripped off. Sure. Don't see any reason why that can't fly. I think Neep had some liquid cable that he could have used, but
there we go. We got some rope
for Neep to not offer his gear.
Oh, there's redeeming chat.
I'm not giving up my stuff. I'm a hoarder.
Oh, okay. And then looking under the desk, you actually find some rope.
I'm gonna look down at my pants and then look over at the rope. Back.
Wraps the rope around his waist.
God damn it!
It's about a 2-meter length of rope, and it only weighs 1 kilogram if you want to put it in your inventory.
I'll reinforce the bindings.
Got it. Sounds good. Okay. Wow. Exciting. Okay. So back at the docks. All right. So you guys see the docks? Yes. Okay. Back at the docks. Tog, you're in the ATST. You see the TIE fighter that was firing at the ATSTs near you turn and start firing on the other anti-aircraft weapons, which you might recognize as being one of your goals as well. You said you were considering climbing out of the ATST. Do you still feel that way? Now's the time to act. VG dropping them in the room. Oh, and as you're thinking, you realize sticking out of your pocket, there's something that you didn't recognize before. It's a piece of paper. Odd. Like a parchment, which is odd because no one uses parchment anymore, but except for maybe the scrolls that you saw back at the temple, the Bayomar temple. It seems to resemble that. sticking out of your pocket?
Huh. Sorry, I'm laughing at this encounter.
What?
There's an encounter.
Oh, is there? Redeemed. Okay. What? Oh, Pandonki's did. Okay, I thought it was VG's narc. Okay. Okay. Oh, Jesus. All right.
I think I still want to. Is there another tower? It's like where's the other anti aircraft things that where I am?
So from where you are, the one directly to the west, closest to you, is destroyed. The one to the northwest behind you is also destroyed. You can see smoke coming from the one that would be in the northeast part of the city, and where you saw the TIE fighter firing on. You see smoke and coming from that area. You can see that there are 3 remaining presumably functioning.
Are any of them in a straight line from where I am?
Yeah, actually, the one on the east side of the city, it's a straight shot. It's a bit of a distance for you as far as the range of this.
No, that's actually fine because what I want to try to do is jam the controls and have it walk straight towards it with the explosives in there.
Great, sounds good.
And then I think just kind of jam it and then let it go and hop out.
Sounds good. I think that you would be able to do that without any challenge. Yep. So you're able to successfully lodge one of your explosives into the command center for the ATST. You're able to arm it and set the computer on an autopilot directly for the Eastern anti-aircraft.
But what if he rolled a nat 1?
He's not piloting, he's just programming it. It's a natural system he already has access to. I'm trying to think about, I think the only thing that could possibly impact this right now while we're delaying is potentially a glitch from the chat, but that's the only thing I can think of that would make this would immediately make this fail. Now, of course, there's a number of things that could happen between here and the time it actually reaches over there.
But no one would want to let it fail, right? I mean,
donkeys. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Oh, wait, this item's actually on cooldown already. Who already redeemed a glitch? Did I miss that? Where's the glitch?
This is Driscoll.
Driscoll redeemed
glitch from chat.
Oh, from chat. Oh, he redeemed it first. I see. Everyone raced to do it. Okay, so there is a glitch redeemed in chat. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna roll to see how bad this is, real quick. It's bad. Okay, so so Tog, you climb to the top you pop open the lid, the hatch of the ATST, and stand on top, and then you hear a surprising accelerating in the beeping of the explosive on the ATST. And you have an option to either do your planned climb down safely or to do something else if you want. But you would know that beeping is a similar sound that you heard before the last one went off.
Right.
Rather loud, and it's accelerating in its frequency. Do you wish to climb down slowly? Do something else.
How far away is that TIE fighter?
It's.
Well, I guess how far away is what's the distance?
So this TIE fighter that's parked is each one of these blocks is 6, 8. Oh yeah, you got it. We need to convert that to meters. Divided by 3. Yeah. So that's 12 meters or so, 13 meters or so to the next AT.
That's like
Sorry,
that's
the
like
TIE
12,
fighter.
You said 12 meters.
Yeah, it's
easy. All right, then. What I'll have to do then is pull out my grappling spike that has 20 meters of cable left, and fire it at the other TIE fighter and fly across to it, Batman style.
Nice. Okay, so I think the only thing that you would need to do here is to hit. So you're gonna have to roll me a to hit to successfully hit the TIE fighter that you're shooting for. They said, "Damn it!" Is it just a race? There's another object. Oh, it's on cooldown. The Dr. Iskall item. Dr. Iskall's item is. The donkeys would like to not be in the base next session, so I think you guys are on track for that. At this rate, there's not going to be much left of it.
Hey, I was trying to blow this thing up and get out of here, but now the DM don't want that to happen. He wants me to blow up instead.
So what'd you get? A 9. 9's good. So you're able to hit it. It's a stationary target.
11 total.
Yeah, you're good. You didn't need a whole lot. You just needed not to utterly fail it. So you succeed in attaching your grappling hook to the wing of the TIE fighter, and you immediately launch yourself towards it. Not a few seconds after you launch yourself off of the ATST, it explodes righteously, as only one of these military-grade explosives can do. And you're hurled at an accelerated rate at the at the TIE fighter. I need a fortitude check from you.
Fortitude?
Should be one of your saving throw options.
Does this count as severe weather? It's wind.
No.
And it's wind and heat. What do you mean? That's pretty severe.
No.
14.
This is physics. 14 is good. Okay. So you slam into the TIE fighter's the flat edge of the TIE fighter's wing with extraordinary force and bounce off of it and land onto the ground. But you are able to land relatively on your feet with only a little bit of struggle, and you don't take any significant damage that you can tell.
Oh, wow.
This thing has been obliterated. When you look back, there's just just smoke and pieces of metal back there.
I'll brush the some debris off my shoulder, just like I drew it up in the planning stages. And then I'm
It's just what I meant to do. All right.
Getting out of here.
And then your intention as you're standing there and brushing yourself is drawn again to that parchment flapping out of your pocket.
Oh yeah, I guess I should look at that.
Oh, okay. Upon looking at it, you notice that it has a bunch of words written in BASIC, and it appears to be an invoice for utility charges. That it says is a delinquent invoice for utility charges.
Oh, damn it! It caught up with me.
We play Monopoly.
How much is it?
It's for 1,000 credits.
All right. Well, I'll pay it when I get out of here.
Hey, just gonna hold on to it for now.
I mean, you can't get rid of that kind of debt. It's just gonna come back to you.
Very good. So you're gonna put it back in your pocket
I'll put it back
then.
in my pocket. I'll pay it later.
Very good. Okay. Okay, good. This is a big one. Very good. All right, so Doran, after slicing that guy down, Doran notices that the ATST walker that had Tog in it explodes, but he also notices Tog flying off of it with its grappling hook, and maybe has some feelings about that. But this Ithorian continues to surprise him, so the surprises are becoming less and less novel to him. So at this point, he feels compelled to catch up with his partner Prime here, his party member, so he's gonna double time it across the dock here. Use all of his movement, both actions to catch up to Todd. Say, Todd, Sadad! Wait for me! We should travel together!
Oh, of course. Let's get out of here.
Agreed! We have successfully destroyed many of the anti-aircraft weapons. Where are we going?
That was Strike's voice on the intercom. It must be coming from the command center. We should head that way. He might be in trouble.
Yes. Yes, I am concerned that things are not going as planned. We were supposed to destroy this base and steal those plans, not take control of the intercoms.
I think we kind of lost the plan when the ship exploded on the way out. But
that is a small setback. But we're doing great. Look, 1 boom, 2 boom.
All right, comrade, let's go.
Wait, I boomed 1.
Ah, 3rd boom over there. 50% complete. Just changing accents every 3 seconds here.
Podoggy
right,
said
Doran.
he went from Iron Curtain to Potato Famine real quick.
Aye. There's the 3rd boom over there.
The potato curtain.
Potato curtain. Nice. All right. So, back over here, 3RM in your TIE fighter. You're not actually there. You were aiming. Well, you're still in the same spot. Do you want to see the command area, or do you want to see
No,
the
it's
residential
fine.
quarter?
We can keep this one up because I'm shifting over to that turret anyway. Has it moved at all?
The turret? No, they're surprisingly not moving at all.
Fantastic.
It's almost as if there's nobody in the command deck controlling anything.
And also,
For some reason.
you saw I got some XP, right?
Did you?
Yeah.
Good.
Right? What
So
a
it's
surprise.
10% of your next level there. For you, that 10% of your next level. So that is what, 1,000 experience?
What?
No, it's 5%. Sorry,
Well, we'll
5%,
deal with that.
500 experience.
Just
Added to
remember,
your score.
I got a XP.
No, I don't remember that.
Fine.
You gotta remember that. So just give yourself 500
No,
experience.
I'll put it down right,
All right.
there.
Um,
Anyway,
500 is good for you guys. That's pretty solid. Yeah. So yeah, it seems stationary, not doing anything. So I didn't let these troopers take a turn. It's okay. Count them as stunned for the last turn. Not really sure what their blasters are going to do for TIE Fighter. They're gonna. You can sense that they're about to act.
yeah, I pew-pewed, got a 17
At what?
at the turret.
Oh, okay. That's good. So go ahead and roll your damage. You only need 10 to hit because they're stationary and there's nothing else in your way.
Oh, thank God. Sorry. There you go. 23.
Right. So again, you fire off. Well, that's your first shot, right? Or did you fire twice, or
Thank
just
you, VG.
you're just doing the one? Oh, you had to change direction, right?
No, I was looking at chat and Driscoll dropped me, and then VG brought me back up.
Alright.
I was
So your experience is being toyed with by the lords
I
and
was
ladies.
hurt, and it
I
shook
can
me.
sense.
But anyway,
I was
yeah.
shook.
I got a 23 as damage. I can't shoot again because I had to alter the TIE Fighter back to the middle turret.
Cool. All right. So you fire at it. Your shots land, and again, fire ignites from the turret. from the anti-aircraft weapon and smoke, but it still stands. And at this point, the 3 troopers, they're pointing their weapons up at you, fire their weapon. And they hit it. So I don't know if it's going to do any real damage. Let's see here. Let's see if they can do any damage to that. So you feel 3 shots on the outer hull of the ship. Couldn't really memorize what these things are, which is good. All right. Got 60 hull points on that thing, by the way. It's not damage at all yet. And then the first 5 points of damage go away. And then this weapon, they all have E11 blasters. 3d8s. See what sort of damage they did. Multiply this times 3. 23. Oh, that was very good for them. Times 3, so that does a surprising amount of damage. -5 for each. So -5 for each, so that's 18 times 3. Who could do math? 54, right? 54 damage. So the 3 blasters are surprisingly well placed, almost as if they know these ships in and out. They fire at the connection points of the wings. Two shots connect there, and the ship shakes, and you realize you're suddenly having a little bit of difficulty controlling the ship. And the last shot lands right on the viewport glass, and it cracks it rather significantly. And there's smoke now filling the cockpit, and those typical alarm beeping sounds start going off, and lights start flashing inside the cockpit.
Okay. What's the systems tell me?
Oh, so the hull damage is now, you have 6 hull damage remaining out of 60.
Yeah. Well, what's the ship tell me?
That it's severely damaged, but you're able to stay in the air for now.
So it's not telling me to land. Okay.
It doesn't tell you to do anything. It's just telling you the status of the ship. Damaged. There are no shields on this ship. Yep. And that the flight controls are slightly damaged, which will have an impact on your next maneuver.
Okay. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Cool. All right,
Thanks.
back on the other side of the city, and the docks. The three TIE fighter pilots, 4 TIE fighter pilots, head towards their TIEs, and only 3 of them are able to find the cockpits. The other one is looking confused as to where his ship is, and realizes it's his ship that has been stolen. So he climbs into the cockpit with this guy here. He's going to help him. 2-seaters. And that is their whole turn, because that's a lot of movement for them. These 2 guys are still looking rather dumbfounded. Their weapons down. They're not very smart. They did not think to challenge the orders of the now walking ATST. Oh, not that the exploded ATST driver, who's now in front of them. This guy comes down here. This is the one officer who had picked up his weapon, and these other 2 followed him, but they have their weapons holstered, not drawn, because they were following the previous directions. But this is their superior officer they're following, and they come over, and the superior officer pulls out a clipboard and says, "Officer's inspection! You two! Stop where you stand! Show us your credentials!"
See, there's another item in chat.
What?
Another Dr. Isgel item.
Tog, number on that one.
I'd like to hand him the invoice.
Okay, so you go to hand him the invoice, and he looks confused, but he goes to take it from you. And for some reason, when you go to take it, when he goes to take it from you, it seems to be attached to your hand, and he yanks your arm, and it doesn't leave your hand.
Sorry, a bit sticky.
What is this your credentials?
Let me see your credentials.
Well, let it go.
You let it go.
No, I'm fine. And it lets it go, and it's still attached to your hand, kind of flapping.
Ew.
Hand it over.
I did. You just gave it back to me.
What? You need to let it go.
You let it go.
I did let it
All
go.
right, then we're done with it. We're letting it go. I'll walk away.
No, I need to see your credentials. And you too. Looks at Doran. Doran looks a little confused and looks at you. I have left them in my other robes.
We're here trying to help put out these fires. We didn't have time to grab anything.
Fine, then you wouldn't have a problem presenting your credentials then.
I left them in the bunks. There's a fire.
Didn't you say that was your credentials? Hand them over.
Here.
He goes to take it again. And he is unsuccessful as he tries to pull it. And he's pulling on it really hard, and it's pulling you. Let's do opposing strength checks to see what happens as he tries to pull you. Okay.
5.
Okay. His was terrible, so he tries to pull you and he can't budge you at all. But you can feel him pulling rather intensely on you.
Told you it's sticky.
But not having any luck. Oh, look here. Let me look at it. Then just hold it up at me. Strange. He looks at it. This isn't credentials.
I'll roll.
This is some sort of invoice for utilities. Yeah. No, I want your ID.
Got served.
Why didn't you say that? I had soot in my ear.
Well, present your ID then.
I'll use my imperial credentials that I have prepared for just this moment.
Very good. So hand those over. Did you have one for Doran too, or did you? Okay, great. Oh yes, I remember. He pulls them out of his robes. I have this.
ID it's the soot.
Some dried fruit falls out of his pocket as he pulls it out. It's very strange attire, he says as he starts looking.
No tires. There's ships. They don't have wheels. You said a tire? What? There's no tires. There's spaceships, no wheels.
Yes. Just hang on. And he checks his clipboard. Seems oddly rudimentary to you. You're so used to seeing data pads. It's weird to see him.
What brand is that?
He's looking at it. Standard Imperial issue, of course.
Oh, like mine.
You have a clipboard. You're an inspector. Fire inspector, then.
It's not every day there's a fire here. Why else would I be here?
Your credentials are surprisingly vague, but they do check out. Very well. This appears to be old formatting on here. You should get this updated.
I like doing things the old way. And I'll hold up my clipboard and tap it with my pen.
Very well. Well, back to business. Put out those fires.
I'm a fire inspector. I look at them. I don't actually put them out. I inspect them.
Well,
That's a fire.
yes. Well, go gather some men.
Right,
We need to put out this fire.
I'll go grab. I'll run over to these guys next to me and say, "You guys, you're with me. Follow me."
All right, sir. I guess so, sir. So should we listen to him? No, you're my troops. No, don't you have your own platoon for this?
Who do you think was piloting the ATSTs?
Oh, goodness. I'm sorry. They were surely good soldiers. Very well. We'll head into the research center and we'll gather some people. We can take it from here. You should go check that other fire, the northeast quarter. It seems to be some smoke coming up over there.
Let's get out of here.
He nods, and then they shuffle off this direction. All right. Very good. Okay. So now we're back to 3R. No, we're back. Sorry, we're back to Tog. This is Tog. Oh, that was Tog. Sorry. No, Strike and Neep, I mean. Guys, back here. You guys have this person tied up. The Admiral. She's unconscious. She's snoozing. Seemingly peacefully. More peaceful than you've seen her so far.
Now, I can't remember. Did she call for the guy that we asked for as in return? And then she said she was going to give us the codes once we stopped the stuff?
So she uploaded the encryption codes
Right.
onto your data pad, like you asked, but she said she wouldn't call the guy until you called off your troops.
Okay. Then I'm going to go over and... Do they get their orders electronically?
I'm sorry, what was the number?
Oh, for the new one? Or for mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
the
yours.
new one's
What
77.
was his new one? So what was your question?
Do they get their orders like electronically? Like if I can send a digital message via the computer, the system, like find them in the system and send that? Or would it be something we'd have to do via the intercom?
I think you'd have to look into her computer systems, but I think that it seems logical to you that
Okay.
you should be able to do
So
that.
then I'm going to try to do that and send him a message to come to the command center immediately.
Okay, so when you attempt to log into her computer system, which is right here behind her desk, you recognize that you need a password.
Hack it.
Get in, and it's not the encryption code, so you do need to do a hack. So you would use your computer skills.
Computer skills.
Slicing.
Okay, so my computer use is 7. Plus I get an intelligence bonus, right? So that's +3, so that's +10.
You have some
I
other
do.
bonuses that
I
boost
do
that,
have
don't
some
you?
other bonuses. I got Gearhead, which gives me +2, so that's +12. And then I've got Synergy with Disabled Device that gives me +2, so that's +14. I'm in my element here. Okay, so +14. I got a natural 20 +14, so 34. I just broke the game.
Wow. Okay. You actually needed a very high roll there, and you did incredibly well. So, you definitely passed with the number alone, even though you would have passed automatically, more or less, with the nat 20. So that was good. Speaking of nat 20, Tog, you had a skill bonus. I don't know if you noted that in your sheet.
I do remember.
So,
thank you for.
Yeah, no problem. Getting into the system.
Oh no, I had a skill drop right afterwards. That's why I didn't.
That's how it goes. So, getting into the system, you realize this is very much Admiral Vicus's personal computer. And this is the hardest computer you've had to hack so far. It was a significant challenge, but not for you. You're able to get in without too much challenge, and you're actually a little disappointed that it wasn't more of a challenge for you, despite looking like a big challenge. And then you get in, and you can see that you have controls to a great many systems from here. You can see you have controls to all the anti-aircraft weapons. You have controls to you have schematics. You can access schematics to all the buildings. You also have access to overload capacity for for a couple of the main computer systems. One on the docks, one in the research and development center, the R&D building, and then one in the barracks, which is just south of you as far as you can tell. You can see, you can have access to cameras in all the major quarters if you want to go through those. You have access to riot control, which you'd have to go a little further, but if you want, I can tell you what that does. And then you have access to stasis fields and ray shields in the barracks and in the residential quarter. You can activate those as you wish and wherever you wish, but only in those quarters.
Okay.
Stuff you can do here. I think so. Those are the biggest things you've noticed. You also notice that the encryption code is there, and you're able to do a quick check and see it matches the one she gave you. So she was in fact honest and gave you the actual encryption code. But it was also stored here. And the last thing you notice that you, through your excessive digging, you notice that you have access to her credit account.
Ooh.
And you can access 30,000 credits.
Okay, so I definitely want to. So I want to do a couple things here, obviously. One, I want to send a message to the guy to get him to come to the command center. So start with that, because I want him to do that while I'm doing these other things.
Okay, so you're quickly able to send a message directly to him through the contact system, similar to an email, and demand that he come to you said the command center.
Where we are.
Okay, sure, sounds good.
Then
immediately,
I want to take a look at the cameras to see what's going on outside.
Specifically outside the command center,
in the docks and all that stuff. Trying to get an idea of what's going on with my friends and all that stuff.
Sure. So looking around, you see you can see that there's a TIE fighter floating in the middle of the city, with some stormtroopers with their weapons trained on it. It's smoking. It's the only flying ship that you can see. You can see that lights and engines appear to be firing up on 3 TIE fighters in the docks. You can see 2 of the anti-aircraft weapons in the docks area. Those have all been seemingly destroyed, as well as the one in the northeast quarter, in the residential quarter where you came in. You and Strike initially came in has been destroyed as well. And then the one directly closest to you on the eastern side of the city is highly damaged. The other 2 are functioning. You can see Doran and Tog are in the docks and heading in your direction.
Okay.
And there's some troopers heading away from them into the research and development building.
So what I would like to do next then, now that I have an assessment of the situation, is first of all, is there any? Can I tell if there's any security on the floating historical devices in the room with us?
Yes.
I want to
you can
deactivate that, and then I'm going to point Strike and.
Okay, as you deactivate, the 3 things fall from their floating areas to the ground. The face statue, which gets chipped upon landing on the ground, and then the ornate dagger, and the red cube, glowing cube.
And I already transferred the money, right? I said that first. Oh, okay.
Oh no, you didn't. Do you want to do that? You have it. You have a data chip
I
to
do.
transfer it to? Okay. So you have to have a data card or something. Not a data card, chip, what do you call it? Credit stick.
What I have is
Credit stick to transfer to.
Do I have a data card? Maybe I don't. No, I have a data. Yeah, I have a data
credit
card.
stick.
Sorry, I don't have a data. I don't have a.
Not a credit stick.
Specifically.
Sorry, I misspoke. It should be a credit stick. I do believe I shouldn't say this, but I do believe that Strike has a credit stick in his. He has one that has a.
We'll upload it.
I have one for sure.
I'll just dig in his pocket and grab it, and then plug it in and upload it.
Do you have any problem with him doing that?
No, I can tell what he's doing. I'm like, oh, okay.
I have
Very
no
good.
there's
All right,
no boundaries
so-
for me. Everything's everybody's, especially mine.
Great. So you're transferring the
Yep.
whole balance
Yep, whole
over.
balance.
Okay, so add 30,000. So wait, and then once you take the credit chip out of the system, credit stick, what are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
I'll
Are you
give it
gonna give it back to him, or are you gonna?
I owe him money anyway. 'Cause
Okay,
we borrowed
so
money
add
from
30
him, so.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so add 30,000 to whatever you have showing in your balance now on that credit stick. For Strike.
Okay, so now that we've done that, and hopefully Billy's gathering the goods.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay. So you pick up the red cube, and it glows brightly as you pick it up, and you feel very warm,
How'd you pee yourself again?
and then it stops glowing, and it feels cold all of a sudden.
Definitely peed
Now,
yourself.
no longer warm, no longer glowing, but it looks like sort of just a sort of self-contained box. It's got imagine four like 2 layers of 4 cubes attached to each other. Is what it looks like.
Who doesn't know what this is?
Neep.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
just
I don't because I'm not in the room.
I think I know where you're going with this, but
they wouldn't know what.
the shape.
that was straight meta.
Yep, we can talk about it later. But and then the dagger, when you pick it up, it just looks like a fancy ornate dagger. It seems sharp, as you can tell. You putting them both in your pockets?
Yeah.
On your inventory. So just add red cube and ornate silver dagger. And then you're picking up the statue as well.
Be able to fit it in. Is it big? How big is it?
Yeah. So the cube weighs 1 kilogram. The dagger also weighs 1 kilogram, and the statue weighs 5 kilograms. It's pretty heavy.
I discern that there's anything special about the statue, or is it just decoration?
In your perspective, it looks like an ugly face carved out of stone. Do you have any sort of skill that would allow you to know anything about art?
Yeah, escape artist. Closest thing I'd probably have would be forgery or knowledge, but
No profession skills or anything like that? Okay. So to you, this just looks like an ugly ass stone face statue.
I'll put it in my pocket. Just
Are you overburdened right now? You add that in. It should automatically calc for you in the spreadsheet. I'm just curious because there are some impacts on your dexterity if you do. You're muted. I can't hear you anymore.
sorry about that. Nope, I'm not overburdened.
Cool. You're good. All right. So ugly ass face
Yes.
statue. Very good.
Yes.
Cool. All right. And then Togs, let me just I didn't pick up on what top 77 was. I'm just gonna write it down.
And then the last thing that I want to do while we're waiting for Homeboy to get there is use the remaining turrets to shoot the TIE fighters that are still on the pad. I can discern that if the stormtroopers are shooting at the one that's floating, that is probably one of my friends. But I'll try to take out the rest of them.
Okay. So so the one in the north and the southwest corner is attached to the research and development building. It doesn't have a clear shot at anything on the ground. And same with the one behind you. The only one that could have a clear shot would be the one the slightly damaged one on the east. So, but you could, it's still functional. So you
okay.
could fire
I'll fire
with the eastern. Yep. So this thing is made so you're not gonna have a range issue. So, but you don't get a bonus to its targeting systems because they're damaged. So just whatever your to hit is.
To hit is.
So your dexterity bonus plus your attack bonus.
Okay,
And I'll give you +2 since you're doing it through the computer and you're
my
amazing.
base attack bonus is +3. My dexterity is +2, so that's +5, and then you're giving me +2. Okay.
Yep.
So +7. Not nearly as good as my computer skills, but what do we got? We got a 24.
Okay. Wow. All right. So you hit that one. This thing has intense damage. We're going to say it's similar to a TIE fighter because it should do about the same damage. So let's do 5d10 times 2 damage on that.
That's a lot of damage.
How much damage was it?
5d10 multiplied times 2.
5d10. Okay. We can do this.
There's a one-liner for strike in chat.
We get that bonus out of there. 5d10 is 31 times 2.
Great. Okay, so this thing's an anti-aircraft weapon, so it's going to ignore damage reduction. It's going to fire a shot, a big glowing shot, fires out of the cannon and strikes the closest TIE fighter, which is the one southernmost one in the bottom left corner of that dock, and it explodes gloriously into flying bits. Now your partners there are close by, though, so let's get a reflex save from Tog and from
Fire a warning shot across her nose. Across her nose, not up it.
should be pretty good. You should have a pretty good.
8.
Okay. Doran's good. So Doran's able to dodge the flying bits of metal and fire without any significant challenges, and isn't even knocked off his feet. But Tog is knocked off his feet by the explosion. And
Can I try to tumble?
Tumbling is more for getting out of. So you're allowed to roll past people in combat.
Okay.
So that's what that's used for. Normally you're kind of blocked by people in combat. But that's what that was. And you're also caught on fire. So you take 3 damage, and your cloak is on fire again. 3 damage to your vitality.
Good thing it's an all temperature cloak. It's immune to fire. It's all temperature.
Nice. Okay. Great. You're good. All right. So you're not on fire. Your cloak catches on fire, then immediately extinguishes itself for some reason. But you do take 3 damage to your vitality because it took some effort to not get hurt there. Well done. All right, neat. That was pretty good turn for you. Do you have anything else you want to do in the computer?
Yes.
Would you like me to continue listing off things you can do?
I'm good.
Okay.
So my intention, I'll tell you what my intention is, because some of this stuff might be timed, and I don't know how much time how much I can do in the time that's allocated. But I will continue to shoot at these TIE fighters until the guy gets there, and hopefully Strike just knows that we need to take this guy. And then my intention is to start overloading those terminals.
Great. Okay, so I could say that all those are actions. The only thing you can do really now, otherwise, that's fair.
Evacuation alarm.
Okay. Interesting.
But I want to wait till the guy gets there first, because I don't want him to evacuate. I want him to come here.
Take a note of all those things, in case, because I almost definitely forget all those before we get back to you again. But I'll remember your top priority is to fire the TIE fighters. So, okay, that's pretty much everything you can do on your turn. And Strike has gathered those things.
I'm gonna pull out.
Anything else you
I'm gonna
want?
pull out the ugly ass statue, and like hold it up to Neep and go. You know, I'm something of an artist myself.
I believe him.
Pocket.
Nice. Well done. Nicely delivered. All right. So that was Strike and Neep. And then we're back to Tog. You're on the ground, prone at this point.
As I do.
The TIE fighter nearest you has exploded. The other ones are about to take off. And you can see the other TIE fighter that was helping your general goals is now highly damaged and smoking, and looks like it's having a little bit of trouble staying up
I want to
in the air.
get off the docks entirely and get away from this machinery.
Okay.
Because every single to it.
Something's exploding.
The last two things I've touched have exploded, so it's time for me to
Sir-
get away from ships and stuff for a minute.
Tog, are you okay?
What?
He comes and tries to help you stand, so it doesn't take an action to stand up. We should head towards the command deck. That's probably where our comrades are.
What?
I know I don't sound like I normally do. And now I have an English accent. I'm not feeling well.
The explosion must have
What's-
messed with your vocal cords. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. So he tugs on your clothes, your tattered cloak that you're wearing, and kind of leads you in this direction towards the command center. Unless you want to stop him at a very brisk pace.
As we go past that, the inspector, I'm going to point out, there's another fire, and just keep walking really quickly.
Ah, there is. He's still at the explosion. Great. Cool. Okay, so that's your turn. You guys move pretty fast there. You're able to get about halfway to the command center. HK, you're in the air. Your ship is damaged. You get a pretty strong feeling that if you get another shot like that, this thing's going to explode on you. Because you only see 6 damage points left on the hull's damage. What do you want to do?
What I want to do, or what I have to do.
Ooh, those are good.
What I want to do is I just want to fly through everything and be like, haha, you'll die. But I would blow myself up in that process. Well, I guess my question is, what have I perceived up to the point from my last time?
Okay, so since
Did I notice that the other TIE fighters that weren't in the air were being shot at?
yes, you definitely noticed that shot came close to hitting you, but it didn't hit you, and it was very clearly just wide of you, as if it wasn't being aimed at you.
From the
And you noticed that it, from the eastern one turret that you just shot at, the anti-aircraft weapon fired off, and it missed you, and you saw that it hit and exploded one of the other TIE fighters. You also can see your 2 compatriots pretty close to you now. You see Tog and Doran scurrying in the direction of the command center and right towards these stormtroopers
Okay.
that are near you.
So, I guess here's my other question. There was a old TIE Fighter toy where you could eject the wings and you would have the capsule intact. So the question is, can the TIE Fighter actually eject the wings?
I'm pretty sure that toy was intended to demonstrate what happens when it's just being exploded. Just a guess there, though. My other toys are like that. So when they
so I can't
eject those pieces, it's because the ship is being destroyed.
I can't eject the wings.
I don't think that's a standard feature on these things. You wouldn't want that. I'm gonna assume no. That's not a feature I'm familiar with TIE fighters. Things you could do. You recognize you have the capacity to set it on an autopilot trajectory.
Yeah.
You could land the ship, you could fly it away, you could fire it, things like that.
Yeah.
You could also, you could do any number of maneuvers, up any direction, and you can fly really fast with a TIE fighter. You can make a lot of ground really quickly.
Can I program it?
Depends on what you want to program it to do, and I can tell you how generally successful that might be.
Or even better, does it is its auto nav function still online?
Yes, you could set the autopilot.
Okay, there we go. So here's what I want to do. I want to set the autopilot to slowly turn towards the 3 troopers. And then I want to jump out, or damn. Do I take fall damage?
It depends on how high you are. So right now you had I remembered you had raised your altitude to get a good a higher altitude from these guys, and to be high up. So you're pretty high up, but I would say that you can turn and lower your altitude as one movement action. Okay with that? But you're gonna have to do a piloting check for any maneuvers at this point, because the ship's systems are pretty damaged.
All right, here's question number 2. Once I hit 0 for hull integrity, do I just explode, or do I start crashing?
It would crash, yeah. It wouldn't explode.
So if that's the case, I'm gonna turn and lower to the ground.
It has to take twice the remaining damage. Oh, sorry. It has to take twice the hull damage. So it would have to take it would have to take the remaining 6 plus another 60 to explode.
Okay.
Outright.
Anyway, I appreciate that. I'm gonna lower to the ground while pointing at the troopers and just blast them away.
Cool. Sounds good.
Uh,
So these guys are a little bit smaller, so you're gonna have minus 2 to hit because they're smaller targets. Relative to you. Now, I guess you're just aiming for the area in between them, or are you aiming for one of them specifically? I would say if you aim for the area in between them, you can spread the damage across all of them. If you aim for one of them specifically, that one will consume all the damage. You are doing a lot of damage with this thing. So.
I mean, I assumed I'd send a barrage down a straight line.
It's 2 shots, 2 big shots. Like that's how it fires. Your action.
Right. Okay.
So you can either aim for one target and then the other target, or you can just aim for the middle.
I'd be aiming for the front 2 targets and then between the back 2 targets. Okay. Which is a straight line.
So you're going to split the damage between these first 2 for your first shot. Split the damage between the middle one and the last one for your second shot.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Now, actually, you could... Yeah. So, since you can only shoot once, it technically it's a twin cannon, so it's firing 2 cannons. So that's why you do 2 times your damage. But you can only choose one target because you already moved this turn.
Yep.
So,
but it's still a -2, and hence there's a 23
to hit.
Yep.
All right, you're definitely good there. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Looks like 27 damage total
times 2. So you fire your blasters, and the 2 guys there are vaporized immediately by the damage. From your blasters, and the third guy is knocked clean off his feet back here and is now prone and not feeling good at all.
Okay.
Great.
Do I have any actions left?
That's it. Unless you wanted to say something, you have the comms are active. You could do something there if you wanted to before your turn.
Die, meat sacks, die! I don't know. That-
Was that is that to you, or is that in the comm systems?
I'll put it on speakers from the TIE fighter.
Great. Okay.
Programming's taking over.
So Tog and Doran, you hear a projection from the floating TIE fighter as it blasts these guys, saying "Die, meat sacks, die." Great. And now the troopers. This trooper's going to stand up with his action and take a shot at the. Actually, no, he's not going to do that. That would be stupid. He's going to run for his life. Is now heading this direction away from you. He's just barely inside. He's still on the map here, but just barely. And then we see over here. Sorry, it's been like a 3-week combat session. It goes in and out. You guys have been doing a lot of stuff.
This is the whole
We've
thing.
caused lots of chaos.
Yeah, and this is sort of the finale.
This is all
you've been
about
building
D&D.
towards. Yeah,
This is the epic. Oh, God.
confrontation.
I've been running away for 3 sessions now.
You're still in the same part of the map, amazingly. You're finally moving to a new part of the map, though, which is good for you. Can you guys see the docks again
Yep.
now?
Yep.
Okay. So these ships now are taking off. I'm just gonna move you over here because you're not there. These ships now lift off and position themselves to fire at the TIE fighter. They're going to fire jointly, which will increase their chances of hitting you, but it means they only will do 1 set of damage. All right. Just see real quick. You get a bonus to your dexterity. I think it's just you as a pilot. Your dex. What's your defense if you add in your dex?
I'm sorry. What's my defense if I?
Oh, here it is. Never mind, I
I-
found it. Never mind. There's a base defense for the ship.
Oh.
And these guys able to hit it. Yep. So they hit you, unfortunately for you. Brave of you to prepare to help save your friends there.
Well, seeing how I didn't know, I still don't know who you're talking about. That's shooting me.
Oh, it's these two. Can you? It's the 2 TIE fighters that have lifted off, that were getting ready to take off there next to you.
Oh, they've already taken off.
Yeah, they just did this turn and they're firing on the same turn.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about because they're going this way into the fire, and sorry, I'm fixing it. Anyway,
Yeah, sure.
so they both attacked me.
Yep.
Okay.
So you take 52 damage. That's not enough to explode you outright, but you definitely are crashing. So let me just make sure I understand exactly what happens here as you crash. Destroyed. You have to be at twice as much damage. Twice as much damage as it is remaining hull points. Oh, it does explode.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, that's a bit different.
Yeah, well,
I'll
well,
take-
you didn't know that.
no,
You didn't know
fine.
that. So we're gonna have it crash and do half the damage on the crash. Okay.
It's fine. I'll take full.
No, you would die.
I'm
I
not
don't
sure
know.
about that though. I am a droid.
That is true. Okay, well, we're gonna balance it here because I did miscommunicate, so I want to keep it balanced because you might have, if you had known that you would explode, you might have made that turn.
Oh, I definitely would have.
And you did explicitly ask me, so I don't want to make you explode outright. So I want to make you crash very intensely. So the ship immediately smashes into the ground from the damage after its wing gets blown off and smashes into the wall of the residence quarter. As it lands into the ground, you inside the hull do take some damage. Let's hope that it's not enough to kill you outright.
Would it be easier to tell you my other plan was I was just gonna crash the ship into the 3 stormtroopers and jump out?
That would have been an interesting plan.
Yeah, especially since I have metallic or
I think that
magnetic feet, and I was just gonna jump into the building and.
I think what I'm comfortable doing here is giving you an opportunity to recognize the danger you're in and try to leap out of the cockpit as the ship is crashing, because it's going to take a second to crash down after it spins from being hit from the blaster. So I'll give you a chance to jump from the ship. So you would need a reflex save here.
Reflex.
I'm really pulling for you here.
This is gonna be tough. I've only got a +4. Oh. Hey. Hold on though.
Better. It does help to be better lucky.
Better lucky than good.
And you could use a skill. You could use one of your force points right now to increase this roll. But it's not a bad idea, considering I've already rolled the damage roll here, and you need to have this damage.
No, I'm taking it.
Pretty sure you need to have this damage.
The force.
Use the force point, dude. Just say it.
The forces tell me I'm supposed to take this shit.
Oh my god.
See,
Okay.
now I rolled a 2 and then a 3.
Yeah. Okay. So you fail to take to
get out in time
to jump. So you okay? So you do try though. So you climb out of the hatch and you go to leap off, but as the ship is spinning out of control, it hits you in the leg. You go spinning and careening out of control as it's falling down, and then as it hits the ground, it explodes, and pieces of metal go flying, and you go flying with the pieces of metal, and you take a total of.
I'm dead.
What is that? 16 to your vitality.
Okay.
So how much do you have there?
Oh, I'm dead.
Does that reduces you down to 0?
Yeah.
I can fix it.
All right, let me just make this is I hope it's not the case. So vitality drops to 0. Oh, you do get a chance to save though.
I can rebuild him.
Yep. So let's get a fortitude save and pray to God for Erm's sake. No. Oh no, you can't use force points on fortitude saves. Sure, for your life. Is that your 11?
That's my 11 for my fortitude save.
Great. Okay. So we're gonna say dramatically, your body takes significant damage and your head detaches from your body, and rolls onto the ground and is blinking on and off. But you maintain 1 wound point as it stands. So your systems remain barely functional, though destabilized as it stands right now. Which means, hang on, you have you're not stable. You did pass. So yep. This is all within the rules. We're good here. You just saved your ass there. You are unstable though. Undying. You have to do another check in another hour if someone doesn't stabilize you.
No, I'm definitely dying.
Yeah, he's dying. He's not dead yet.
Battery-wise, I'm dying.
Wow. Johnny 5 is barely alive.
So here's where I was at with that. I had three.
It's because we have to figure out where your body is.
I had
now.
3 out of 21 vitality when I got hit with 16.
Okay.
And then my wounds is 12.
Okay. The rule is once you reduce to 0, then you do the fortitude save to see if you die outright or if you're dying. So you are dying.
Okay.
Normally, when you reduce down to 0 and you still have some wounds left, then you run into whether or not you are significantly fatigued. Fatigued is obviously better than dying, but That was epic. Well done.
I-
I'm very pleased that you are not dead yet.
Well, that makes two of us. Thank you,
Yep. Very good.
Mr.
All right, so
GM, sir.
I'll attach your head
gonna
to
say
Phil's
you're-
body. It'll be okay.
You're right here. Very good. Now your body's pieces are still scattered about, but your head is the part that's still
Yeah,
alive.
C3PO.
Okay.
You got C3PO. Yep. Great. Wow. Okay. So that I think that's a good point to stop because it was dramatic and fun. And we're pretty much at the end of our time here. Next, when we get back, we'll go back into it'll be Strike and Neep again, back where they are with the Admiral. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing. That was
Thank you,
fun.
guys.
Do you
See ya. Have a,
do you know the schedule?
yeah. Let's talk about the
We got.
schedule.
I don't know the schedule. I
We
don't know
need
the
to go
schedule
through
enough.
that.
Okay, I got a raid. So, gosh, what is going on this week? Today's Thursday, so we have nothing tomorrow. Perfect. Saturday game actually is going to be on a brief hiatus, so we'll be back at some point with the Saturday game once we sort through some details. So Sunday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., we have Tomb of Annihilation, hosted by our very own DM Dave. No, not that one. And then, and actually, the group is facing some probably a player death there almost as well, as we fight an undead horde that we happened to walk into when we were not prepared for. And then Monday, we'll be back with the Solar Patrol. It's a cast of actors playing the good guys and the bad guys in a 1930s TV show. So that's pretty fun. Then we've got Tuesday, Conan, from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then Billy, are you doing a show Tuesday night? So that's usually 9 to 11. You have any idea what's on the docket?
Maybe it's Splinter Escapists this week.
Okay. And then Wednesday next week, hopefully, GM pending, we'll be back with Curse of Strahd. And then next Thursday, we'll continue on with Rifts, the Megaversal Mayhem, and find out what everybody wanted to do with communications with the different people they came across, and what they want to do before setting off for the next mission. So thanks everybody again for participating, and if you liked what you saw and haven't already, please hit the follow button down the bottom right hand side of the screen, and we'll see everybody next time. So thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks. Have a good night.